Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I am Steve Smith, and happy day after Christmas. I hope all of you had a wonderful Christmas. We did. We've had a busy week. We took all the family down to Silver Dollar City last week for a day, and they have their Christmas special going on down there. And then came back and hurried around and got ready for everything up here. Spent Christmas Eve with Kelly's family. And then my family all came over on Christmas Day yesterday. We don't keep them separate on purpose. It's not a Hatfields and McCoy kind of thing. It's just that her family has traditionally celebrated on Christmas Eve, and we celebrated on Christmas, and so that worked out well. So there wasn't any, haggling about it. And then we're having a semi-relaxing day today. We're headed up to Hallie's here in a couple of hours to have Christmas at her place, for those of you who know Hallie. And and then tomorrow we head back down to Silver Dollar City again for a couple of days. Because if you haven't been to Silver Dollar City, it's down in southern Missouri, down by Branson. It's if you have never been down there for their Christmas time, if you're ever able to, you should. It's really something to see. I think they're the most illuminated theme park in the, I don't know, galaxy or something. But I'm not surprised. And they do everything first rate, and it is just, for a real American experience, for a real family experience, you can't beat it. Then we'll be back here, and we're taking all of the family to Trans-Siberian Orchestra when they're appearing in Kansas City. That's another Christmas tradition of ours. And then we relax for a few days before the new year. And then I guess we get to relax a little bit longer after that. So anyway, that was just a little bit about how we do our holidays. I hope you all had wonderful. I wanted to let you know a couple of things about the Stonemont Series for all you Stonemonters out there. And for those of you who don't know what Stonemonters are, it's my series of books, the Stonemont. I set them up back here just so I could show the Stonemont Series, which it's just my series of books. And I know that there are still some people who occasionally will say, "I didn't know you wrote those books." I've read those books and I've been watching you for a long time, but I didn't know you wrote those books. Well, yes, I did. And that brings us to what's going on with the fifth book, The Blessings of Freedom. Many of you know, if you watched the one that got a lot more views than any of mine ever get, about I lost it all, when I thought that I had lost all of the information for all of my books, including this latest one. And thank you all for your advice on how to retrieve that. But really, the whole point of that video was showing that I had multiple backups for it, and the process that I go through. Well, I haven't had a chance to try to find everything, through the computer itself, but I'm reconstructing the entire book from all the emails. And for those of you who say emails, I'll just make this real quick for anybody who this is a repeat of. I write my books on the notes program of my phone because I don't know how to type. And for people who have said, "Well, learn to type," I don't want to learn to type. Thank you. I've published magazines, I've written books, and I just like doing it the way, there's a lot of writers out there that do it longhand. We each do it the way we want to. And I know that it seems cumbersome. And I even had somebody say something like, "That seems extremely, inefficient." Well, to be honest, writers are, we're an odd lot sometimes. I'm not necessarily looking for efficiency. I'm looking for, the way that I express myself best. And the way that I do that is I hack it out one finger at a time on my phone. I email it from the Gmail that's associated with a phone to another email address. And then from there, I take it and put it into a notes program that removes all the incorrect formatting. And then from there, I send it into Word and reformat it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the thing is, I'm now starting to reconstruct that fifth book. It's going very well, and I'm actually enjoying it. As I do that with each chapter, I'm doing essentially what is the first edit of it. I read through it and catch things and try to catch the typos. and then insert a little here, take a word out there, and I'm really enjoying the process of it because it's been a while since I wrote these chapters that I'm working on now, and it's bringing me back up to date, which I needed to anyway. I had to bring myself back into the flow to finish the book, which is important. Anyway, so that's in the process. It's not going to set me back too far at all, and so look forward to it in the next couple of months. The real big announcement is that the company through which I publish has just come out with a way that they will publish hardbacks. Okay. Now these have all been, of course, you can get them on Kindle, but they're on the trade paperback, like most books are today. And I guess I didn't say this. Maybe I should have. Any of you who have not know how to order or didn't know I wrote these books, go ahead and you can order. I always put the links down here. You can get them through Amazon. So anyway, they have just offered a hardback option, and I thought, well, I don't see any reason to make these hardbacks. But then I decided, as those of us who kind of go back between the art and the craft of writing, I had somebody ask me years and years and years ago, is writing an art or a craft? This is back when I was publishing a martial arts magazine. And I thought about it for a second. I said, well, I think it depends on what type of writing you're doing. If it's a technical writing, for instance, I learned to writing police reports. Okay, and that's where you get your basic, bam, 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 bam. Get the information in there. That's technical writing. It's just kind of a formula. So that's a craft that anyone can learn. The art part is when it's creative. And I'd put that into the difference between fiction and nonfiction. When it's fiction, when you're creating essentially a world, when you're creating personalities, when you're creating scenarios, when you're creating plots and twists and all that that's an art. And so most of us who are in this, or at least I am, I don't know, maybe some are more one way than the other. I'm kind of half and half. I'm kind of, I'm part craftsman and part artist in this, I suppose. So anyway, when at first they came out and they said, well, we're going to offer the option, the ability to publish hardbacks, I thought, well, I don't see any reason to do that. And then I realized, then it came to me, like I have to wait for things to come to me. Okay. I don't just sit down and come up with great ideas. They have to come to me. And sometimes it takes a while. But I realized that what I'm going to do is after I'm done with this next book, I'm putting all 5 books together in a large volume containing all 5 books in hardback. It'll be a special edition. And the title will be simply Stonemont. And that's for those serious Stonemonters out there who want all those books in one large hardback volume, maybe, for themselves or to give as gifts or things like that. I think it'll be worthy of that. And I'm very excited. I almost said I'm kind of excited about it. No, I'm very excited about it. I don't get that excited about too many things, but I'm very excited about this. And I will be doing a whole nother edit of all 5 books on that, because the second book came out with some typos that didn't get caught. And I wasn't real happy about that. And I take all the blame for that. So anyway, I'll be going through all of those after I finish this book. Starting also, I'll be putting that Stonemont volume together as I start the next book, which is the first book of the next series, the title of which is The Cost of Freedom. And I have no idea when it will be available. I'd like it to be available by Independence Day, this in 2022. That's my hope, but I can't make that my promise. Life happens. Of course, now my life has changed a lot, and I have a lot more time to dedicate to my writing than I have in the past, and I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, those are my announcements for all you Stonemonters and all you people who are interested in what's all this Stonemont business. That's it. So we'll get to that. I've already gotten to it. So anyway, want to let you all know, hope you all are having a great day. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Continue to have a wonderful week looking into the new year. And I'll just say this, I haven't talked much about preparedness, add anything in this, but I would say look forward to the future positively and with optimism. Uh, not with a pessimistic attitude, because that doesn't get us anywhere. But think about, how we're going to improve our lives and our world as we move ahead. With that, I'll say have a great day. Remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. And I will talk to you later. Bye bye.